All right, what's up guys? Welcome back. It's been a little while. Our last episode we did on Patreon only. And in that episode, we actually put the whole subframe back on and all back together. We got the filter, the Sprint high flow filter in. That was quite a bitch. It's underneath the tank. We actually even removed something in there to give us even more airflow, which is super cool. We got the gas tank installed and we're basically almost at a point where we can start up the bike for the very first time. So that's our goal for this video. So sit back, relax, and enjoy it. All right, the beautiful Teener Wieners is gracing us with her presence today. She's gonna sift through this big pile of modifications courtesy of Moto Million.
What are we looking for?
Radiator guards is what we're looking for. So if you guys want parts for your motorcycles, motomillion.com, use my code Campisi to save yourself some money. Christmas is a great time to get gifts for the men in your life, and if you're a man watching this, buy yourself a gift, because what are you gonna do? Nobody buys us shit anyway. So I don't really want to show any of these parts except for the radiator guards, so we'll let her dig through this and I'll give you guys a quick update on the bike. So radiator guards today is what I want to do. We want to finish up the rear subframe. We got to put that, I forget what module that is, on the back of it, and then we got to hook the battery back up, and then we can actually start the bike up. Did you find them? I don't think those are radiator guards. No, they should be out, just out somewhere.
Nope.
Sitting,
Sure
maybe on the bottom. I have no idea. There's.
I don't feel them.
Did
like
we pull them out already? I don't see them. I can't remember, honestly. I don't even remember. We'll have to look around, I guess. So they don't seem like they're in there? I wonder if they're in here. What if I put them in here? These are leftover parts from our last build. No. Huh, okay, well. All right, we actually had to go all the way back home because I had forgotten this box. I thought this was the box for my Street Fighter, Lambo Street Fighter modifications. What?
Like the last 3.
You were doing stuff?
Yeah.
Good.
I put bolts in a fuel tank.
You got that thing
got that bracket done,
hooked up?
done. I had to rerun the wires underneath.
Awesome.
And then just a seat and that's it.
Okay, sweet. So, radiator guards. Here they are. I believe we did Evotech guards. Look how nice they are. I love the blacked out guards. Yeah, you can see them. Yep.
That's so cool.
So that's the top, and then the oil cooler guard is on the bottom, which is, I believe, this one. And then we've got some other goodies in there that we won't show you. We'll save them for later. So there you go, oil cooler, radiator guards. It's not the most exciting. That's why we wanted to do it with the first start. Well, actually, it's just kind of how it had to go. So that's it. Thank you, teens, for the unboxing. All her links are in the description below. She's very close to hitting 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So go and give her a follow. You could be her 1 millionth subscriber. We'll do something special. We'll do something special for her, or I should say she will. I'm not putting on slinkinis. But that's it. Thank you guys. Or thank you, Christina. Don't forget, guys, you can enter to win this bike. I know it's Christmas right now. It's tough financially, but if you do want to help support this project, we really appreciate it, and you'll be entered to win it whenever we're done. Patreon.com/Campisi Customs. It's always the first link. It is. They're Christmas colors, dude. Look at that. Red, white, and green.
Santa's little helper did it for you.
She did. Thank you, babe. All right, let's get to work. All right, I lied. We're not getting to work just yet. Dado's making some crazy drinks over here for the Christmas festivities. Yeah. Because it's Christmas month.
So typically I make this like a s'mores martini, but instead of vodka, I use peanut butter whiskey. And this brand here is a lot less sugary tasting than Screwball, if you guys had Screwball.
I'm gonna need a couple more of these.
And then some Irish cream. And I mix that up and light our... I already smoked that off camera because Jaret was too busy getting goodies. Just smoke these guys a little bit like that.
I love it. Don't forget, support your boy, DadoMadeShop.com. He's got some great Christmas gifts on there for the men in your lives. Are we gonna try this?
And women drink too.
That's true, yeah. How are we gonna drink these?
Well, this you're supposed to eat afterwards.
Oh, you eat after?
Yeah. I like to swirl mine around a little bit. Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
It's different. It's definitely different.
I can't hold this camera and drink it at the same time.
Yeah, I'll hold it.
How are you gonna? Oh, okay, cool.
I'll feed you.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Jaret, I built you a tree. I built you a Christmas tree.
Oh my God, that's strong, bro.
Hey. This is more important over here.
Not good.
Oh my God. There's all the parts.
I built you a tree of parts. It's a Christmas tree.
For the B2.
Yeah, we need lights and an ornament.
It looks awesome. Thank you, babe. Dude, this is amazing.
Like
Holy crap, it's like a...
Tastes like a whiskey bonfire. Yeah, sorry, I put a lot of whiskey.
alcohol in there. Okay, now we can get to work. Okay, well, good news. We haven't used these Evotechs in a while, and actually, I don't think we ever used them on the V2s. Look at how nice this is. They literally just slide right in there. Look, boom, and sit right there, and they attach on the bolt holes right here. That is so nice. We left this bike apart thinking that we were gonna have to take this whole shroud out and maybe swing this forward and stuff. And then this is the same thing, right, Dotto? It just slides up underneath in the top.
There's 2 plugs that are right here. Those come out wherever they are, bolts right here. They come out, and then these sit in its place.
Yep. So basically, just have to take these 2 out, and then we should be able to put.
I feel like we did one of these before.
We used Evotech before, but I don't think on a V2.
I remember taking that plate off, and that plate stays off.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And then this sits in its way.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure other guards use like a similar thing, but also it's going to be in the 50s this weekend, Dotto. So I'm thinking if we can get radiator guards on today. We start the bike, we make sure everything runs properly. We can put all the stuff on this side of the bike. On Thursday, we do the clear clutch cover, put the bike back together, and we ride this bitch this weekend.
If it starts.
What do you think? If it works, you know? That'd be sick. We can take it for a ride, see how it feels, and then we'll go over to Warhorse and get the up map, and then we'll see how it feels with the up map.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Sounds good.
And you can bring your bike without a rear tire.
Okay.
We're gonna, before we put the battery back in, we can actually now bolt the fan shrouding back up in. It's weird, most bikes have their fans on the top radiators, at least the V4s do, and a lot of the other bikes that we normally do, they have 2 fans on the top radiator.
Yes.
This one has a single fan on the oil cooler on the bottom, which is that basically right there. So that's what we're doing right now, is putting all of this shrouding back together. And I realized, yeah, we really can put these in any time, but I still want to put those in first. We'll put the rest of the bike back together as much as we need to start it, and then I want to do a startup and see how it sounds with the DB killers in, DB killers out, and then we'll continue to just put it all back together. But at least you guys will, if all went well, I would have put the startup at the beginning of the video. So if I didn't, then something didn't go well. You guys know before I do. All right, he's got the battery hooked back up, and he didn't want to interrupt me in the last clip, but he said this isn't an oil cooler, it's actually just another part of the radiator. So on the V4, for some reason, they do an upper radiator and a lower oil cooler, but this one's all one, so that's all actual coolant flowing through all that. So that makes sense why the fan's at the bottom, or else the radiator itself wouldn't be getting cooling. Your boy's a dumbass, I apologize. So he's plugging back in the front, I can't think of what that thing is called.
O2 sensor?
Thank you. Front O2 sensor, there's only 2 on these, 1 for each pipe, basically coming off their headers, front and rear. We already did the rear O2 sensor in the other video when we did the rear subframe, which was quite a bit of work. So what else do we need to do, Dotto, to actually turn this thing on? Is that technically the last?
Last time when we got done filming, I was telling Jaret I went through and checked to make sure all the bolts and hardware and everything was together. The only thing that I want to double check prior is the vent lines from where you took out the charcoal hook.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be plugged in. We have 1 bolt to go in a fan shroud right here. I'm about to do that.
And we might as well put the radiator guards on too.
The radiator guards, and then that's it.
That's it.
I typically always just check the oil level because we did the
first service.
The first service and all that stuff, but.
So because the battery was disconnected, well, we need to start it and let it all cycle and all that.
I think what's going to happen is it's going to run funky at first.
Yeah.
And then everything's
it doesn't have a tune
like
either.
Clock and all that stuff. But yeah, without a tune, it may idle a little bit funny, but other than that.
Okay. I think we'll start it last though, because we have to open up the garage door in order to do that, and it's 30-some degrees outside. So maybe we'll do that last. So we're going to continue to reassemble the bike. He's going to put this bolt in here. Then we'll put the radiator guards on, and I think we might actually be at a point where we can start this up and see if the exhaust works. All right, while Dotto was buttoning up some stuff on the side, I went ahead and pulled this centerpiece off, which is where the new radiator guards attaches, well, one of the spots. So he's just going to slide that up in there. Sorry, it's so dark. I'm trying to show you as much as I can. I'm so hyped I'm actually helping because I want to get this bike started up. It's gonna sound so good. I'm just praying that everything works okay as well. Yeah, it's tight spaces. So that's what he's dealing with right now. How are you supposed to fit that in there?
You're supposed to kind of get them even.
Oh, I see. So it slides in there. Here, I can pull this out a little bit.
I just got it. There we go.
That helps.
That should be just enough.
Yeah,
To
but
get-
you also got to be careful because there's lines up at the top. If you snag
And you have to
on
go
it-
underneath them, right? All right, with a little bit of help from our friends, we got it up in the right place. And this basically replaces that plastic piece, covers that area, and then you reuse the same stock bolts. So we're gonna put those in. We're gonna put the bolts in the bottom one. Actually, we might have to wait for the fairings for that one, huh, Dotto? To put the bolts in here on the bottom one. Doesn't that go through the fairing?
That's correct.
Yeah, so we'll wait for that. But at this point, I think we can put the seat on, and I think we might be able to fire this bad boy up. Okay, moment of truth, folks. We're gonna turn this bitch on and see how many warning lights we have. Okay.
0.
So how is it 7 o'clock? What? Why wouldn't it be reset?
I don't know. It's strange.
Because we unhooked the battery.
Right.
That's weird. Okay, are you starting it up?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do two things, folks. We're gonna start it up. We're gonna let it idle for a while because it's obviously gonna have some air fuel issues, but it has adaptive learning. We're gonna do some, once it's warmed up, we're gonna do some revs with DB killers in. You can see those right there. And then we'll pull them out and we'll do some revs with the DB killers out. That's best case scenario, meaning we don't have any leaks, no problems, whatever. It's gonna smoke a lot. That's normal. We put anti-seize inside the pipe. There's all kinds of other shit. There's stuff on the bolts and things. So that's all normal. So we'll know if something goes wrong. Start it up or what?
Yeah.
Is it time?
Let's do this time.
All right, here we go. So we're just gonna be looking it over. Yeah, that's all normal so far. It always freaks me out though. God, it sounds so good. So we're gonna let it idle for a little while. And then we'll rev it for you guys. Okay, so everything looks good. We have no engine codes. We're gonna give it a couple revs, let you hear how it sounds. Okay. All right, so everything actually seems pretty damn good. That was one of the better idles. What'd you do?
Ow. It's hot.
I told you not to touch it.
Well, I was trying not to, but you know how that works.
So we're removing the DB killers. There's a bolt on each side that you have to loosen. Then you can pull those out. And we'll let you hear what it sounds like. It's night and day difference. I remember distinctly how this exhaust sounds from our V2 build we did out in California because I love it. It's one of my favorite exhaust sounds. It's a lot higher with those DB killers in because it squeezes the sound and makes it higher. So once we get those out, we'll start it back up again and let you hear some revs. Without the DB killers, it's gonna be bassier and way better. I'm shocked by how good. One, no engine lights because we don't have a tune on it yet. That's awesome. And two, the stock idle was a lot better than I thought. It was a lot stronger than I thought. And it actually even sounds better than it did with this, I don't know why I said stock idle. The idle was better than it was with the stock system. The idle was not good. It always sounded like it wanted to shut off, but that's because it was a lot more restricted. So pretty freaking cool, man. So we'll hear how it sounds once we get these out. All right, we got the bolt out over here. Now he's gonna try and pull. There it is. Our symphony of sound. 1 DB killer out. Now we're gonna repeat the process. Look at the difference.
I also dropped a bolt between the carbon and into the exhaust shield, so I'm gonna have to get in there with a magnet and get it out. Unfortunately,
Yeah, we'll worry about
if
that
it's
another
stainless,
time. It'll
then
blow out. It'll be fine when we turn it back on. All right, other side coming out, maybe.
it's a little stuck, but I'll get it.
Holy crap, that is definitely stuck.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you heated it up beforehand, it's not really the best idea, huh?
Well, somebody wanted to rev it before and after.
Well, I'm trying to get the people what they want, you know? All right, folks, now we're gonna do another one. This is gonna be without the baffles, full titanium Acra system with the sprint filter with no flash just yet. Go ahead, Dotto. Oh, way better. Way better. That sounds like a hot rod, you know? spitting some flames too.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it did. That exhaust sounds incredible, and I will say it will actually sound just a little bit better once we get it flashed, because right now it just smells like fuel. There's just way too much fuel being dumped in there. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I think that's it for today. The bike starts. It seems like everything's working properly. Actually sounds a lot better than I thought it would without a flash, so I'm very happy about that. Next episode, we're gonna put the clear clutch on, and then we're gonna put this whole bike back together. And if all goes well this weekend, we're supposed to get some 50-degree weather days. I think we're gonna get this bitch out on the road. I wanna ride it without the tune, and then we're gonna take it to Warhorse, and we're gonna put the tune on it, and then we're gonna ride it with the tune. And then we could even throw it on the dyno at that point too. So yeah, some really fun videos coming. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Thank you, Dado, for your hard work. Thank you, Teens. She's still covering her ears. And thank all of you guys for watching. Don't forget, you can enter to win this bike, patreon.com/Campisi Customs. It's always the first link in the description below. If you liked the video, give it a big old juicy thumbs up, subscribe for more, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.